Hello and welcome to my first ever video on my FPL channel, where I'll be putting out weekly videos of FPL content where I'll be showing you some transfer tips that I'll be looking at doing, as well as showing you my own team failures. So please hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and let's watch this train wreck. So in this video today, I'm going to be talking about my top transfer tips I think you should probably consider putting in your team in the next few game weeks. Now this is just my opinion, so there's no need to take any notice of it, but you never know, I might have found something that you hadn't even thought about or even considered. My first option is James Justin of Leicester. His price is just a measly 4.3 million, and with only 1% owned, you look at those fixtures that Leicester have now to the World Cup, they look really good. And I know Leicester wants to game poor against Bournemouth, but you have to look at those Palace and Leeds games at home. I just think they could possibly grind out a couple of 1-0 victories at least, and with James Justin running down that flank, there is some good chance of some returns, which isn't bad for a player that is just 4.3 million. My next option is Eze at Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace have a great set of fixtures from now until the World Cup, and with everyone going for a Zaha, maybe you could go for a differential. With his goal against Leeds, who knows, he could kick on, get some returns. With these fixtures coming up, Eze is such a key part to this Crystal Palace midfield with his creativity. I'm betting he'll get some assists and maybe the odd goal. Being just 5.5 million, you could even slot him in your midfield with Zaha. And I know I've just said Leicester could get a 1-0 against Palace, but it could go either way. And Palace have such great fixtures after, it would be silly not to consider a player like Eze. Next we have James Maddison. We all expected he would return against Bournemouth in the last game, but Leicester's poor away form just seems to be continuing. But with the next two games both being at home, I'm hoping that the crowd will once again jeer up this team. Maddison has been without a doubt Leicester's best player this season, getting returns in half of their games. The good thing about Leicester is they have no problem finding the net. Only one occasion this season they have blanked. With Maddison in the form he's in, when you look at the players in the same price bracket, I feel like Maddison is a must in your team. Right, Ollie Watkins. I know, this is definitely a gamble, and I'm probably going to be regretting this. And with Aston Villa's attack, again last night's Forest, it was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I don't know what Steven Gerrard's doing, but attacking wise, Aston Villa just can't do it. I'm just hoping these next three fixtures I'm looking at, Chelsea at home, I think Chelsea have been poor defensively this season. Maybe Graham Potter will improve them, but for now, they've not been great. I know they got the clean sheet against Wolves last game, but Wolves just don't know how to score goals. So I'm hoping Aston Villa at home could score. And then you look at Fulham away, they concede so many chances week in, week out. I have a feeling he's going to score in that game. And Brentford at home, it's his old team. You always want to score against your old team. I just think he could get something in that game as well. So that could be 3 returns in 3 games. I might be mad, but who knows? So that's why I put Ollie Watkins as a potential transfer. My last transfer to consider is Phil Foden. Man City so far this season have been outstanding. Haaland has rightfully so been getting all the plaudits with his goals, but Phil Foden has been unbelievable too. So far this season, 6 goals and 4 assists. That is a return every game week. Man City have been by far head and shoulders above everybody else. Their attack is looking so scary. Even with this issue in the past of Pep Roulette, Pep has started Phil Foden every game week so far, so clearly he's one of the first names on that team sheet. Now when you look at these fixtures from now to the World Cup, they look very good. Liverpool away looks bad, but when you see them play, their defence is just as bad as Man United's. Game week 12 is a blank. I just put him on the bench for that week, and then look at those 4 fixtures. They look unbelievable. I can see so many returns. Now, if you're not comfortable with that game week 12 blank, that's fine. Leave Phil Foden for now, but I think game week 13 he is a must buy. So these next 4 players are players that you should be selling if they're in your team. First up, we've got Kyle Walker. Sadly, Kyle Walker is now injured. It has been confirmed until the World Cup. So if he's in your team, get rid of him now, because you're going to want 3 Man City players in your team that are playing, not one that's out injured now till the new year. We also have a goalkeeper here, Mendy. I never thought at the start of the season he'll be in any video where you're looking at transferring him out. At the start of the season I thought 5 million, he is a bargain. But this season he has been shocking. So bad that now Graham Potter is in charge, it looks like he's lost his first team position spot. Yet to confirm really, because he was injured, but so far he's been terrible and now he's on the bench. For me, he's got to go. Pascal Gross, this has been a tough one to decide on. For me, I'll get rid of him, but these next 6 fixtures don't look too bad for Brighton. I just feel like the ship sailed with him. He's not really had many returns in the last 5 game weeks. He had a blistering start at the start of the season, but he has definitely cooled down. He's getting subbed early all the time now. So I just think maybe it's time to get rid of him now while his price is still high. And Alexander-Arnold, another player I did not see coming at the start of the season being on this list. He has been shocking this season with only the return coming in that Bournemouth game. He's played so bad defensively and even attacking wise he's not been getting the returns. And now that he's injured, get rid of him. You have to get rid of him. He's 7.3 million at the minute. That's a lot of money to have sitting on your bench. For 25% of you that still own him, I highly recommend getting rid of him now. And I wouldn't think about putting him in the team now till after the World Cup. And there you have it. Those are my Game Week 11 transfer tips. Thank you for watching. Hit subscribe. Smash that like button. Yes, I know this is a terrible video, but I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm learning as I'm going. Thank you. Goodbye.